Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's me again, Sanitary 103, and I absolutely love breakfast. And you can have breakfast. You don't have to have it for breakfast. You can have it for dinner, which I'm gonna have tonight. And in today's cooking video, we're gonna be making some turkey sausage breakfast sandwiches. Got some ground turkey here, some eggs, some miscellaneous ingredients. Very easy, and we're gonna be toasting it on a good old 100 calorie light multi Thomas English muffin, and it's going to be served with some potatoes. Very easy, good quality ingredients, high in protein, moderate carb. So let's go ahead and let me show you the first. So I have right here 1 pound of ground turkey, and we need to season this. So I'm going to eyeball this, but you're going to be putting 1.5 teaspoons of salt. If you want to measure it and be 100% precise, that's fine, but I've cooked for many years, and I have a general idea of how much that is. And then also the same thing with the black pepper, 1.5 teaspoons. And just gonna get that cracking. Right here I have 1 teaspoon of sage that I'm gonna put in. And these ingredients you can get it at any local store. Just go to the spice section. So 1 teaspoon of sage there. Do a little bit more because these measurements are 1/4. So 1 teaspoon of sage, and then also a teaspoon of thyme leaves right here. This measuring spoon is 1/4. That's why you see me doing it 4 times, but 1 teaspoon of that. Next we have some garlic powder. We're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon in there. Just going to pour the rest in there about. It's all done. I'll have to get more later. And also a 1/2 teaspoon of fennel seeds. And I love just getting a lot of different spices because you can use them for quite a bit of time, and they don't expire, or they take a long time. And then I got some red pepper flakes, and this is just a taste. I'm just gonna do a little bit. I don't want it too spicy. If you don't like spicy at all, then you don't have to put any, but it's gonna be pretty minimal. And just mix it around with your fingers. Give it a good mix. Just watch out with your fingers because of the peppers. You don't want to rub your eyes or anything. And just pour it right into the ground turkey. A little bit of olive oil for some moisture. You don't want to get it too dry. And just start mixing it with your hands because we're going to be making some patties. Be sure to move it around quite a bit because you want to distribute the ingredients as best as possible equally. Once you form a ball, just put it on a separate plate. And as far as the size goes, that's going to depend on how you want it, but I want to make it the size of it somewhat proportional to the English muffin that we have. You know, if it's too big, it's just gonna just be protruding, and so I want to keep it pretty uniform as possible. It's not a big deal, but that's just the way I want to do it. It'll make it look more visually appealing as well. Just repeat the same process for the remaining portion. And FYI, if you feel like some of the patties are getting a little too big, don't worry too much because they will shrink when you cook them. So that's the last patty right there. We're gonna head on over to the stovetop and get them cooked. So I have a pan right here. I put some olive oil in on medium-high heat, and it's ready to go. So let's go and cook these patties up. I love hearing that sizzle. So right here I put 4 in, and I do have 2 more, but I don't want to overcrowd the patties. That's very vital. So I'll just finish up these 4 and then finish the final 2 after. And just be very gentle with the spatula because you don't want to break up the patty. And as you cook it more, it'll solidify a little bit more so it won't break apart. And we will be cooking these to about 165 degrees Fahrenheit with a thermometer. So while this is cooking, I'm going to be using 2 eggs. This is a little optional, this little fun guy right here. It just keeps the egg more proportional, but hey, you don't have to do this. If you want to just crack the eggs however you want it into the pan, that's fine, but I'm going to use this and show you how it's done. What you're going to do is you crack it and you put it right inside the circle. I've used this before, it's been a while, but say hi, little man. And I'll keep a close eye on this, and I'll do 1 more egg. Open sesame. Because it's pretty thick in here, you want to go on low heat around a 3, because if you don't, it may not cook all the way through. So be pretty patient with this. Pretty low heat right here, and eventually it'll get done. And sometimes I like to move around the patties here over here, here over here. And the reason is that this sometimes could get a little lopsided, and the distribution of heat could be uneven. So sometimes I can notice this side's a little bit hotter than this side, so I move some over. These are almost done. I'll crank this up a little bit, taking a little bit longer, to about a 5. And we'll get the eggs going. Patty's looking good. Got the English muffins we're going to be toasting in a second. We're going to have a delicious meal. First one on the side is done. I'm going to take it out. Put it on a little napkin. And these are almost done. I'll take the remaining out. And we'll cook the final 2. I prefer my eggs a little bit more scrambled. That's why I'm just using a knife. But if you want to do it sunny side up, old school style, that's fine. I'm just going to mix it around with a knife right here. Let me see if I can show you right there. So as you can tell, it's almost done. Some of the egg did fall out, it's excess, but I'm still gonna eat that because I gotta get my protein. And that's very normal, so don't worry. So the egg is done, an English muffin. I took out of the toaster, put it right on like that. And then I'm gonna get a patty. Put that right on top, close that up. Oh yeah, looking good. Beat that McDonald's. And joining the party is some nice potatoes, a little bit of salt and pepper, and some olive oil. Just gonna have that on the side. This looks absolutely delicious. Long day at work, and I'm ready to eat this up. So that is pretty much it. Tongue-tied. Feel free to add a little bit of ketchup or even some salsa, and look at that right there. Turkey, sausage, breakfast sandwiches with some side of potatoes. Thanks for watching for this video, and if you like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you in the next video, or see you in the next video. Bye.